Hey everyone, just wanted to make a quick prediction video because I know exactly how the Sendo versus Ricardo fight is gonna pan out. And I know they say boxing is unpredictable and you never know what's gonna happen until the fight is called, but I feel like I know where we're headed. And I want to talk about a few characters to sort of illustrate my idea of where we're going to go. Obviously, Ricardo was introduced after Ippo lost his first championship fight to Date. Date, he spent 7 years recovering, climbing back up the ranks after he lost his world championship fight to Ricardo. And Ricardo stayed at the top of the boxing world during all that time. And then Ippo fought Date. Date used that fight to prepare for an encounter with Ricardo because Ippo's punches are world class in terms of power. So, after this, after Date finally gets his rematch with Ricardo, he is defeated in embarrassing fashion. Honestly, he did pretty good. Compared to the other characters who fought Ricardo, he lasted more than 2 rounds, so that's impressive. He actually made Ricardo go all out and said, Ricardo said Date actually could have won if he landed his finishing combination at full strength, which obviously he wasn't able to do. And yeah, it was a great fight. And afterwards, Date passed the baton to Ippo. What does the baton symbolize? After Ippo became the national champion of Japan, people started to look at him as someone who could become a leader of the boxing world because he has these abilities as a boxer which give people faith in his ability to reach the world stage and compete at a high level. Maybe even one day go for the world championship. Now, all of this is ancient history to Ippo fans, so that's the main reason I'm doing so much recap. But there's also some thematic interplay going on that I want to discuss. So, Sendo, he was introduced as someone who couldn't help but fight. He wasn't necessarily looking for, violence his whole life, but it sure found him. And he has this dream of fighting the strongest guy in the world and coming to a determination about whether or not he can take that title, right? So the flash forward to current Ippo, he is in a title fight against Ricardo. So he's getting his opportunity to fulfill that prophecy. And what is Ricardo's motivations in all this? So Ricardo, much like Ippo, both of them have the desire to discover the meaning of strength. They want to know what it is to be strong, what it means, and how they want to learn how they can embody that. For Sendo, he is looking for the strongest opponents. So beating Sendo is kind of like, proving your strength, obviously. And Ippo beat Sendo, didn't exactly find the answer he was looking for. I think, but he knew he was closer. And I think with Ricardo, he's going to have a similar experience after he has knocked Sendo out. With Ricardo, he wants to learn how to be strong, and as we saw in his fight against Billy McCollum, I think, he wants to be able to show his full strength and also his full machismo, his full manliness, his full power. He would love a fight where he doesn't have to hold back on any of this. So, what is my prediction? My prediction is that Sendo is going to knock down Ricardo, and Ricardo is going to get up, prove his machismo by enduring punches from the hardest puncher in the world, and then knock Sendo's ass out. However, in this process, Ippo is going to see something that makes him believe he stands a chance against the world champion. He's going to see something and have an idea and think, maybe I could actually knock out Ricardo. If I got this plan that just came into my head while I was watching this fight and I executed it perfectly, I could maybe knock him down. I could maybe knock him out. So Sendo is not going to beat Ricardo, but he is going to be the one to expose Ricardo's fatal flaw to the world. And this is going to be what Ricardo wants, because it's going to give him the opportunity to prove his machismo. And it's going to bring potentially an even greater challenger forward in Ippo. It's potentially going to do that. And it also works great for Ippo because he's been looking for a reason to fight. That's the whole reason Ippo's been in retirement for so long, is because he made a promise to himself that he would quit if he lost another match. He lost another match. And now he can't go back to fighting unless he has a good reason. And he already has the baton that Date passed to him. Now, obviously, Ippo passed the baton to Itagaki. Ippo passed the baton to Itagaki, who dropped it in his fight against Imai. So we don't really know how that's going to pan out, but I do believe Ippo is going to try to fulfill the promise he made to Date's son, that one day he would be able to get revenge against Ricardo. And I think that's something we have to look forward to, and I'm very excited about it. So yeah, just wanted to get this prediction out there before it's too late. Ricardo is going to get knocked down by Sendo. He's going to get up, prove to the world that he actually is the toughest by knocking Sendo out. And Ippo is going to see all of this and have a great idea for how to fight Ricardo. This is my prediction.